Fear essay. Essay on fear for students and children in English. Fear, the quintessential human emotion, is an utterly unavoidable human emotion. The extent and range of fear from different things vary from person to person, but the emotion is the same. Fear is capable of causing psychological changes and ultimately behavioral changes in a person. Humans experience fear as a response to a specific stimulus to a situation occurring in the present or an anticipated future threat that is a risk to oneself. The response to fear arises from the recognition of danger, leading to the confrontation of the situation or escaping the fear or avoiding the situation, also known as the fight or flight response. We all humans are programmed in a manner to recognize fear to avoid or reduce being harmed. Learning from the past about what we can protect one endangers the situation makes people capable of doing many things that one wouldn't typically be able to or willing to respond to the threat. Fear is broadly classified into two types: innate fear and identity fear. Innate fears are the fears that every individual has on some level, and humans are born with these fears, which also serve as a kind of survival instinct. Humans develop identity fears as they evolve. Apart from this, many people also fear love and connection. These fears are a subset of identity fears. As humans grow in their lives, they tend to grow connections with people, and these bonds become of great value to the person. Losing these bonds is one of the biggest fears of many. Sometimes fear originates from real threats, but it can also originate from imagined danger, which makes fear experienced by people either rational or irrational. Rational fear is the fear of something real, occurring from something entirely possible or will occur. Fear of mortality is an example of a rational fear, as we humans are immortal. However, irrational fear are necessarily implausible, but the fear arises from a real place in the psyche. In some people, fear is also a response to mental health conditions such as anxiety disorders, panic attacks, phobias, and post traumatic stress disorder (PTSD). Phobia is an irrational or extreme aversion to something. An aspect of anxiety disorder can be the tendency to develop a fear of fear. Many people confuse fear of phobias. Fears are typical responses to objects or events. Still, fear becomes a phobia when the fear interferes with functioning correctly and maintaining a consistent quality of life. Fear in humans involves a biochemical response to the situation as well as a high individual emotional response. Next, fear is an emotion experienced in the mind, but it triggers some strong physical reaction in one's body. As soon as one's body recognizes fear, the brain starts working, altering the nervous system, which sets the body's response to fear into motion. The human brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, increasing blood pressure and adrenaline. One starts breathing faster and blood flow in the body changes, but blood flows away from the heart into the limbs.